Hello and welcome to YHELPtalk with Taylor. Today we are with Dedrie Boykin, licensed clinical social worker, discussing self-love. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you for asking.
Tell us about yourself and your profession.
Well, I am a licensed clinical social worker in the state of Maryland and the District of Columbia. Georgia license pending. I've recently relocated, and I've worked in the clinical space or as a clinical social worker since 2005. I am a Howard graduate, HU, and I am a mom and a grandma. That's me.
Can you define self-love?
Well, self-love is an interesting term because depending on who you ask, it can be viewed in different ways. But for the purpose of this discussion, I think it ties in with self-awareness and recognizing your value in relation to what you bring to the table, whether it be at school, work, or home. So your thought about yourself and how you care about yourself.
Why is self-love important?
Well, I think the easiest way to describe it is, in the words of the immortal poet RuPaul, if you don't love yourself, how the hell is anyone else going to love you type thing. And so self-love is important because in a lot of instances, the universe kind of gives us what we give out. And when we arrive in a space of confidence and self-assuredness, then the expectation is of the people who meet us that they treat us the same way. And so you have to be your best advocate and your number one fan.
If you don't love yourself, will it impact your relationships?
Absolutely. If you don't love yourself, then you'll allow people to treat you in a way that you don't deserve. You will put yourself in the space of a second-class citizen. You will open yourself up for people to violate your boundaries.
How can someone develop self-love?
Well, one could argue if we talk about it from the clinical perspective, that's something that starts when you're a baby. That starts from how your parents speak to you, how your parents pour into you. It's about kind words. It's about affirmation. And that's something that for most of us, the hope starts from the very beginning. If that hasn't been your experience, then it's about doing it for, yourself, because it's called self-love, right? But affirming yourself, surrounding yourself with people that speak well of you, that mirror for you the positive attributes of you, what you bring to the table. For some of us, it's taking the time to work out, taking the time to take space, setting boundaries to say no when we're overwhelmed. Self-love comes in different forms, but it starts usually with how you're parented in your family of origin.
How can you set boundaries from negative people in situations that may impact your self-love?
Well, it starts with the term no is a complete sentence. One of the things that people who struggle with self-love struggle with is boundaries and being able to say no. Because we feel like if we say no, that person won't like us anymore. They won't want to hang out with us. They won't give us business. But people, again, mirror how you treat yourself. So you have to set the boundaries and demand that people treat you the way you want to be treated.
What are some ways that you can prioritize your self-love?
By being intentional. So I'm going to take time every day to spend an hour in quiet meditation. I want to go back to school, so I'm going to take an hour every day to look at courses. I want to get in better shape, so I'm going to take 30 minutes, not an hour, to work out. Or I want to get in better shape, so I'm going to make a concerted effort to eat better. It, again, always starts with you. And the first step is addressing where you're lacking and then making a plan to improve that.
Well, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And is there anything else you'd like to say to our audience?
I would. I think that it's very important, especially for younger people, to recognize the importance of reason, season, lifetime. A lot of times we struggle in the area of self-love because the people surrounding us are not giving us that kind of space. And so there are times, especially as you move between high school and college, that the season of that relationship is over, and that's okay. And so you look for new people to meet you in your next level. And that's the biggest part of self-love, finding people to surround you to help push you towards your very best self.
Okay, well, thank you all for watching. Bye.
Bye.